Less than a month now into the Texas legislative session, and lawmakers today filed identical property tax reform legislation in the House and the Senate.
It's so significant that it's taking top position right behind the budget bills.
Now, as KXAN Steffi Lee reports, not everyone is on board with their idea of capping local property tax rate increases.
And what may be completely unprecedented.
Governor Greg Abbott praising the state's property tax chairs for agreeing on a proposal early on.
I don't think they have slept a whole lot the last few weeks.
Current law allows local governments to raise property tax rates up to 8% before having to hold an election. A key change in these bills would limit local property tax growth to 2.5% each year without voter approval.
That number came from the governor, who wisely determined with the House at 6 and the Senate at 4, he was going to compromise at 2.5, okay? And that's what's called real leadership.
It's going to empower property owners to say no.
Democrats still have questions since property taxes are a primary source of funding for school districts.
We don't know what it costs yet. I want to know what happens to expenses at school districts if we cap them at 2.5%. Who's going to pay for them?
The Senate's Property Tax Committee meets next Wednesday.
I think until we really have an idea of what the school finance bill is going to look like, really serious discussions about this revenue cap really, I think, should slow down.
And that was Steffi Lee reporting from the state capitol. The property tax proposal would also form a statewide database for property owners so they could search each jurisdiction's proposed tax rates and how they impact individual tax bills. The legislation also includes forming a property tax administration advisory board. That board would identify best practices in the property tax system, make recommendations to the controller, and that's to improve effectiveness and efficiency, and identify ways to resolve complaints. The advisory board would also have at least 6 members and must include people representing taxpayers, appraisal districts, and public schools.